A dare changed my life. Now I'm a beautiful girl. I never thought a stupid game of truth or dare would change my life forever. I was just a normal guy. Ryan Carter, 22 years old, casual, easygoing, never the type to take things too seriously. I wasn't exactly a risk taker, but I wasn't a coward either. My friends knew I'd never back down from a challenge, and that night, they took full advantage of it. It started as a simple house party at my friend Tyler's apartment. Just a small group, me, my girlfriend Emma, Tyler, and a few of her friends. The night was filled with drinks, laughter, and the usual party games. That's when Tyler leaned forward, his smirk already telling me he was up to something. All right, Ryan. Truth or dare? I rolled my eyes. Obviously dare. The group erupted in cheers, knowing that meant something ridiculous was coming. Tyler's smirk widened. Good choice. He paused, glancing at the girls before turning back to me. I dare you to let the girls turn you into a girl. Makeup, wig, dress, the whole deal. And then, you have to go out in public for an hour. The room exploded with laughter. I froze. Wait, what? Emma grinned, her eyes lighting up with mischief. Oh, I love this idea. Lily, one of her friends, clapped excitedly. This is gonna be fun. I swallowed hard, my brain scrambling for an escape. Come on, dude. Tyler pushed. What's wrong? You scared you'll actually look good? The laughter grew louder. I felt my face heat up. There was no way I was letting them talk me into this. But then Emma leaned in, her voice soft but challenging. Come on, babe, she teased. Are you seriously backing down? She knew exactly how to push my buttons. I exhaled sharply. Fine. Let's just get it over with. The girls squealed with excitement. I had no idea I just made the worst decision of my life. Sitting in front of Emma's vanity, I felt completely out of place. This is so weird, I muttered. Emma smirked. You're gonna look amazing. Lily grabbed her makeup kit. All right, let's start with foundation. I flinched as the cold makeup brush touched my skin. The girls worked quickly, contouring my face, shaping my eyebrows, adding long dark lashes. When Emma leaned back to admire her work, I saw something flicker in her eyes. Damn, she said. I frowned. What? Lily grinned. You're gonna freak when you see yourself. She reached behind her, pulling out a long, silky brown wig. I instinctively pulled back. Oh, hell no. Emma arched an eyebrow. Dare's a dare. I clenched my jaw as they slid the wig over my head, adjusting it until the soft curls framed my face. I swallowed hard. Something about the way it felt against my skin unnerved me. Tyler whistled. Dude, I hate to say it, but you actually... Shut up, I snapped. But deep down, a strange twist of anxiety and curiosity churned in my stomach. Then Emma handed me the final piece. A dress. A short, silky black one. I felt my breath hitch. Oh no. No way. Emma smirked. Are you really giving up now? I looked around. Everyone was watching me, waiting. My pride refused to let me back down. So, with a deep breath, I took the dress and stepped into it. As Emma zipped it up, I felt a chill run down my spine. The fabric hugged my body, the smoothness against my skin making me feel more exposed than ever. Tyler stared. Dude, you actually look... Don't finish that sentence, I warned, but my voice wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be. Because the second I looked in the mirror, I felt my stomach drop. I didn't recognize myself. The person staring back wasn't Ryan Carter. She was someone else entirely. And for the first time in my life, I felt a strange, terrifying thought crawl into my mind. What if this wasn't just a dare? I couldn't stop staring at the mirror. The girl looking back at me had soft, delicate features. Big, dark eyes framed by thick lashes and full, pink lips that parted in silent shock. Her hair, a cascade of silky brown curls, brushed against her shoulders, framing a face that seemed impossibly feminine. I swallowed hard. This wasn't me. It couldn't be. Damn, Tyler muttered. Ryan, you seriously look... I said don't. My voice was sharper than I intended, but my heart was pounding too fast to care. Emma tilted her head, studying me like I was some kind of experiment. I can't believe how natural this looks, she murmured. It's almost scary. Scary. Yeah, that was the word for it. My stomach twisted into knots. I had agreed to this as a joke, but something about this felt wrong. Too real. Okay, I muttered, shaking my head. I did the dare. Can we be done now? Emma's lips curled into a smirk. Not so fast. You still have to go outside. I froze. The air in the room suddenly felt suffocating. You're joking, right? I asked, voice tight. Tyler grinned. A dare's a dare, dude. You can't back out now. I turned to Emma, searching her face for mercy. Emma, seriously. You don't expect me to go out like this. She crossed her arms. Oh, come on. It's just for an hour. I could feel every pair of eyes on me, waiting for my reaction. Backing down would mean losing. Being called a coward. Having Tyler and his friends bring this up every chance they got. And Emma, she was looking at me with amusement. Maybe even something else. Curiosity. Like she wanted to see how far I'd go. I exhaled slowly, my pulse hammering against my ribs. Fine. The word tasted like regret. Let's get this over with. The second I stepped out the door, I regretted everything. The cool night air brushed against my bare legs, sending a strange shiver down my spine. Emma had insisted I wear heels. Not crazy high ones, just enough to make me stumble every few steps. Every movement felt wrong. The sway of my hips, the tightness of the dress, the unfamiliar weight of the wig against my skin. I wasn't walking. I was performing. Tyler chuckled. You're even walking like a girl. Shut up, I muttered. Emma looped her arm through mine, guiding me forward. Relax, babe. Just own it. Easy for her to say. We headed toward a nearby cafe, a place we usually hung out. Every step felt like a ticking bomb. I could already imagine someone recognizing me. Someone pointing and laughing. But when we finally reached the cafe, something strange happened. Nobody reacted. The guy at the counter barely looked at me as I ordered a drink. The people sitting nearby didn't stare. Didn't whisper. To them, I was just another girl. I sat down stiffly, my hands gripping the coffee cup like it was a lifeline. Emma leaned in, studying me. You okay? She asked. I nodded quickly, but the truth was, I didn't know how to answer that. Because for the first time, I realized I wasn't Ryan right now. I was someone else. And the scariest part, it was starting to feel real. Just when I thought I might survive this, the door to the cafe swung open, and my stomach dropped, because walking in, laughing with a group of guys, was my older brother Jake. Emma noticed my reaction immediately. Her eyes widened. What's wrong? My brother, I whispered, my voice barely audible. He's here. Tyler's grin vanished. Oh shit. Emma grabbed my hand. Stay calm. He won't recognize you. I wanted to believe that. I really did. But as Jake and his friends ordered their drinks, my body went rigid. I could feel his presence. Too close. Too risky. If he saw me, I was done. Tyler coughed. Dude, just act normal. Define normal, I hissed. Then it happened. Jake turned. His eyes swept over the cafe, then landed right on me. For a split second, he hesitated. Then, to my absolute horror, he started walking toward us. Jake was coming straight toward us. My breath caught in my throat, my hands clenched so tightly in my lap that my nails dug into my palms. This was bad. If my own brother recognized me sitting here in full makeup, wearing a dress, with Emma hanging onto my arm, I wouldn't survive it. He stopped beside our table, drink in hand, and frowned slightly. For a moment, his eyes locked onto mine, and my heart nearly stopped. Hey, Jake said, his voice casual. You guys new around here? Emma reacted fast. Yeah. She smiled, her tone light and confident. We just moved nearby. Jake gave her a once-over, then turned to me. Oh God. He squinted, like something was nagging at him. A familiar detail. I forced myself to stay still, to breathe, to not freak out. Don't react. Don't act guilty. Jake tilted his head. You seem familiar. I felt Emma's nails dig into my thigh under the table. A warning. Stay calm. I forced a small smile and prayed my voice wouldn't betray me. I get that a lot, I murmured, deliberately keeping my tone soft. Jake exhaled, shaking his head. Weird. Anyway, enjoy your night. He turned and walked away. I didn't breathe until he was completely out of sight. Tyler let out a low whistle. Dude, that was way too close. Emma smirked, but there was something unreadable in her eyes. I wasn't sure what it was, but it made me uneasy. You really pulled that off, she murmured. I swallowed. Had I? Or had I just gotten insanely lucky? We finally left the cafe, my nerves still shot. I thought that would be the end of it. I thought we'd head back, I could change, and we'd all laugh about this later. But then Emma had another idea. No way we're ending this night already, she grinned. I shot her a look. What does that mean? Tyler chuckled. Dude, you made it this far. Might as well keep going. Emma's eyes gleamed mischievously. I bet you can make it through one more challenge. I groaned. Emma, come on. But she just folded her arms. What? Are you backing out? Tyler snickered. Guess Ryan isn't as brave as we thought. I hated how easily they could push me. It was just a dare. A joke. So why did I feel this weird pressure? Emma smirked. One last thing. If you do this, we'll never bring it up again. I hesitated. What is it? She gestured toward the mall across the street. Go inside. Walk around. Act like it's completely normal. And she leaned in. By something. I froze. She couldn't be serious. You want me to? Emma shrugged. Just one thing. A lipstick. A dress. Whatever. Just go to the register and buy it. If you really pass, nobody will even question it. Tyler burst out laughing. Oh man, this is gonna be good. I stared at them, heart racing. This was too much. This wasn't just sitting in a cafe. This was pushing it. I could still say no. But I didn't. Because Emma's expression had changed. The amusement was still there, but now there was something else. A challenge. Like she wanted to see what I would do. Maybe even wanted me to succeed. I didn't understand it. But I knew one thing. I couldn't walk away now. I had to win. Taking a deep breath, I turned toward the mall. Fine, I said. Let's do this. Walking into the brightly lit mall, I felt exposed. Everything was too loud. Too bright. People walked past, barely giving me a second glance. And yet, I felt watched. Emma stayed close, whispering encouragement. You're doing fine. I wasn't sure I believed her. But then something unexpected happened. I caught a reflection of myself in a store window. And for the first time, I didn't see Ryan. I saw her. The girl Emma and Tyler had created. And she looked real. The realization hit me like a punch. I looked like I belonged here. The fear was still there, but now there was something else. Something I didn't want to admit. A tiny, thrilling spark of. Emma nudged me toward a makeup store. Go on, she whispered. Pick something. I swallowed hard, stepping inside. Rows of lipsticks, foundations, and palettes lined the shelves. I picked up a soft pink lipstick, my fingers trembling. Could I actually do this? I walked to the counter, heart hammering. The cashier, a girl my age, barely looked at me. That'll be $8.99, she said. I handed her the money with shaky fingers. She smiled. This color will look great on you. My stomach twisted. She didn't suspect anything. She thought I was just another girl. I grabbed the bag and turned to leave, and then a voice froze me in place. Ryan. I turned, the color draining from my face. Standing at the entrance of a store was Jake. His eyes were wide. His expression, shock, confusion, and something even worse, realization. He knew. Jake's stare burned into me. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. He wasn't supposed to be here. He wasn't supposed to see this. And yet he did. Emma must have sensed my panic because she stepped forward, smiling. Oh, hey, Jake. Didn't expect to see you here. Jake barely looked at her. His focus was on me. His eyes darted over my face, my dress, my makeup, like he was putting the pieces together in real time. Ryan. His voice was lower now. Dangerous. Emma giggled, linking her arm through mine. Ryan? Who's that? Jake's expression darkened. I know my own brother. The word brother hit me like a slap. For a second, I swore the air around us turned electric. Shoppers moved past, unaware that my world was shattering. Emma tightened her grip on me. Babe, she said loudly, who's this guy? Jake's jaw clenched. Oh, come on. I know it's you. His voice was sharp, but beneath it, there was something else. Shock. Disbelief. A hint of betrayal. I had seconds to react. And I made a choice. I tilted my head, smiled, and said in the softest voice I could manage, "I think you have me confused with someone else." Jake didn't blink, didn't move. His eyes searched mine, looking for the truth. My stomach twisted. I wanted to run, to disappear, to take all of this back, but I couldn't. I was already too deep. For what felt like an eternity, Jake just stood there. Then, finally, he exhaled. "Yeah." He gave a slow nod, his eyes never leaving mine. I guess I was mistaken. But his tone, it wasn't convincing. And as he turned to leave, I knew. This wasn't over. Not even close. Emma practically dragged me out of the store. Tyler was waiting outside, wide-eyed. "Dude, what just happened?" Emma ignored him, grabbing my hands. Her nails dug into my skin. "Ryan, that was insane." "But—" Her voice trailed off. She bit her lip, searching my face. "You played it perfectly." I exhaled, hands shaking. "Emma, he knows." She shook her head. "No. He thinks he knows. There's a difference." I wasn't sure I believed her, but I wanted to. Desperately. Tyler clapped a hand on my shoulder. "Hey man, you seriously almost got caught." But, he smirked. "You actually pulled it off." I let out a weak laugh. Had I? Because deep down, there was something eating at me. Something I couldn't ignore anymore. That moment, staring at myself in the store window. That tiny thrill when the cashier didn't question me. That strange, terrifying realization. I had liked it, and that scared me more than anything. I should have gone home. Should have ended this. But Emma wasn't done with me yet. Not even close. "Let's celebrate," she whispered. Tyler grinned. "One last thing before we call it a night." I hesitated. "What are you talking about?" Emma smirked. "A club." I froze. "No, absolutely not." Tyler laughed. "Dude, you made it through a cafe, a mall, and nearly getting caught by your brother. What's one more thing?" I shook my head. This was crazy. Insane. But Emma leaned in, her breath warm against my ear. "Trust me." And against all logic, against every warning screaming in my head, I did. Underscore 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 underscore. Inside the club, a new identity awakens. The club was loud, flashing, electric. Neon lights. Bodies moving, music vibrating through the floor. And in the middle of it, me. Emma pulled me through the crowd, her eyes glowing. Tyler disappeared somewhere, leaving just us. I shouldn't be here. But as I caught my reflection in a mirrored wall, saw the girl staring back, I felt something shift. Emma leaned close. "You're killing it," she whispered. I swallowed. She was wrong. I wasn't just playing along anymore. I wasn't just pretending. For the first time, I wasn't sure who I was anymore. I needed air. I stepped outside, heart racing. I leaned against a wall, trying to breathe. And then, a voice. "So, you really did fool me." I spun around. Jake, standing right there. And this time, he wasn't confused. He knew. For real. And his next words changed everything. "Ryan, or should I say, whoever you are now, let's talk." Jake's stare was like a spotlight, blinding, unrelenting, exposing everything I had tried to hide. I opened my mouth to speak, to lie, to explain, to do anything. But nothing came out. Because this time, there was no escape. He knew. And for the first time, I saw something in his eyes I hadn't expected. Not just anger, not just confusion, but curiosity. He stepped closer, his voice low, steady. "Ryan, what the hell is going on?" Emma appeared beside me, her expression sharp. "Jake, calm down." Jake barely glanced at her. His gaze stayed locked on me. "Tell me the truth." His voice was quieter now. Was this a dare? A joke? I should have said yes. Should have laughed it off. But I couldn't. Not after everything. Because the truth was clawing at my throat, demanding to be set free. "I don't know." Jake's brows knitted together. "What?" I swallowed hard. "I don't know if it's just a dare anymore." Jake's jaw tightened. "You're serious?" Emma grabbed my hand, squeezing it. A silent promise. Jake exhaled sharply, rubbing his temples. So what? You like this? You want to be a... He stopped himself, and in that moment I saw it. The hesitation. Not disgust. Not anger. Just uncertainty. Jake, I whispered. I didn't plan this. But I took a shaky breath. It feels right. Silence. The club lights flashed behind us, the bass pounding in my chest. And then, Jake did something I never expected. He laughed. Not cruelly. Not mockingly. Just a short, disbelieving laugh. Well, damn, he muttered. That's unexpected. I stiffened. You think it's funny? He sighed, shaking his head. No. I think it's insane. But you, he motioned to me. You actually look comfortable. My breath hitched. Because I was. More than I'd ever been before. Jake crossed his arms. So what now? You just keep doing this. The question shook me. Emma squeezed my hand again. That's up to Ryan. The name sent a jolt through me. Because suddenly, it didn't feel like my name anymore. I looked at the club. The neon lights. The reflection staring back at me from the window. And for the first time I realized I didn't want to take it all off. Didn't want to go back to being just Ryan. I wanted more. I turned to Jake. My voice was soft but steady. I think I need to find out who I really am. Jake studied me for a long moment. Then, to my absolute shock, he nodded. All right, he said. Then I guess we start there. My heart pounded. Because this wasn't just a dare anymore. This was real. And my life would never be the same again.